when I sing and sometimes I don't, I'm like, what did I just do? Yeah, I felt blocked, but I'm just going to take it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are y'all doing?
It is so good to see you this Sunday morning.
We are the Big Love Band, and we are going to bring some love this morning.
We'd like you to stand with us, join in with the songs, clap your hands, and enjoy yourself.
What do I want my day to be? I choose. What do I want to feel today? I choose. What do I want to say today? I choose. I choose. I choose. I choose.
All right, now I am. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is so great to see all of these beautiful faces out here and to hear the wonderful stylings of our Big Love Band. Can we give them another little round of applause? Thank you. We are so grateful for them, I gotta tell you. So, I am here to welcome you. Wherever you are on your spiritual path, you are welcome here. We believe that we are co-creators with the divine and that you can change your entire life just by changing your mind. That's right. You want to click? Thank you. Ernest Holmes is the founder of our philosophy, and we teach universal truths taught in all spiritual teachings, both traditional and contemporary. We study from everything from the Bible all the way to Deepak Chopra, Marianne Williamson, Emerson, Eckhart Tolle, Wayne Dyer, lots of all the good people. So please visit our website at cslcapecoral.org for more information on our upcoming events, to submit a prayer request, or to send us your comments and questions. And now we're going to have another song from our amazing, illustrious Big Love Band.
What do you want? Where do you want to go? You'll get what you want if you act as if you know. It starts with you. Do you believe it? It's all in the way that you choose to see it. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Do 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 change. Do 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 change. Do 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 change. Do 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 do. When you feel lost and you can't find a way, keep your eye on the prize. It will materialize. You can miss, change your perception, leading you to a new direction. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Do 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 change. Do 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 change. Do 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 change. Do 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 do. Change, change. You can do it. Change, change. It's a sure thing. Change, change. Expect a miracle. Change, change.
What you change?
When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Do 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 change. Do 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 change. Do 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 change. Do 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 do.
You guys are just so awesome. Thank you so much. I just realized that I didn't introduce myself, and I'm seeing some new faces in the crowd here, so let me just let you know. My name is Melissa Tuff. I'm one of the practitioners here at the Center for Spiritual Living, and I am also the treasurer of the Leadership Council. And so we usually have you guys stand right now, so I invite you to stand as we bestow this blessing on one another. And if you're at home, go ahead and put your hands out like this, or turn them in toward yourself, and repeat the words on the screen after me. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. We know who you truly are. You are the spiritual image and likeness of God. We appreciate you, we love you, and we are thankful you are here. Welcome to the Center.
If this life is one act, why do we lay all these traps? We put them right in our path when we just wanna be free. I will not waste my days thinking of all kinds of ways to worry about all the things that will not happen to me. So I just let go what I know I don't know, and I know I only do this by living the moment, living my life easy and breezy, peace in my mind, peace in my heart, peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home, living in the moment. I'm letting myself off the hook for things that I've done. I let my past go past, and now I'm having more fun. I'm letting go of the thoughts that do not make me strong, and I believe this thing can be same for everyone. And if I fall asleep, I know you'll be the one who always reminds me. Live in the moment, living my life easy and breezy, peace in my mind, peace in my heart, peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. I can't walk through life facing backwards. I have tried more than once to just make sure I was denied the future I've been searching for. I spun around and hurt no more by living in the moment, living my life easy and breezy, peace in my mind, peace in my heart, peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. I'm living in the moment, I'm living my life, just taking it easy. Peace in my mind, got peace in my heart, I got peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. I'm living in the moment, I'm living my life, just taking it easy. Peace in my mind, I got peace in my heart, I got peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home, 'cause I'm living in the moment.
Let's give John some more love. Wow. Isn't this such an awesome place? My name is Linda Lloyd. I am one of the licensed practitioners here at Centers for Spiritual Living, and it is my great honor and pleasure to bring you today's reading. And our monthly theme this month is the journey of becoming, and the weekly talk title is The Gift of a New Journey. And the reading that found me today, I always say that because I don't really choose. I go in it just open-minded, and this is what popped in today. This is from 365 Science of Mind, which is a beautiful book that has something for each day, a beautiful insight to start your day or to end your day. And this can be found on page 304, and it is entitled, I Am on the Pathway of Endless Unfoldment. A universal and infinite intelligence governs everything, holds everything in its place, and directs the course of everything. The intelligence that governs the planets in their courses is the same intelligence that is manifesting in me and you. The use I make of it to direct and govern my activities depends upon my personal choice. Today, I am governed by the wisdom of God in everything I think, say, or do. Since there is nothing large or small to the infinite, there is nothing in my experience beyond its action. I affirm the presence of this wisdom, accepting and acknowledging its action in my every endeavor. I permit it to guide me in every circumstance. Today, I free myself from all past mistakes and know that I shall receive full compensation for every right thought. I now know how to plan my life and direct my path because God is doing this for me by doing it through me, as it does through you. There is no uncertainty or confusion. The divine spirit always knows what to do and how to do it. Isn't that great? So I am never without guidance in the successful achievement of my good desires. My every thought, act, and purpose is guided by this wisdom. I expect new and wonderful experiences to come to me every day. I live in complete confidence that I am the pathway of endless unfoldment, walking the light of infinite wisdom, as we all are. Isn't that great? So let us take this into prayer. So how good it is to take this pause right here, right now, to remember, to recognize, as Reverend Michael likes to say, to celebrate, to honor, to appreciate this one life that is everywhere present, this infinite love that is broadcasting in, as and through all things, everything visible and all of the possibilities and potentialities of the yet to be, recognizing that it is all God and it is all good. So it is from this awareness, from this allness, from this suchness, that I speak this word blessing, this time together today, blessing each one here and all of those tuned in, listening through whatever devices they may be, and just knowing that we are always blessed. This is always a great, grand, glorious, good God day, for it has been so since the beginning, and it ever shall be. So I'm just knowing that this day is no exceptions. It unfolds with the ease of grace, as it always has and always will. And so I release this word into that law of fulfillment, knowing it must and does always respond unto itself. So we can give thanks and together anchor this by saying the words, and so it is. And it is my good pleasure to introduce our speaker today, our guest minister, Reverend Diane Scribner. And Reverend Diane has been a minister she's going on her 25th year of being a Unity minister. And she was actually the Unity minister in Naples for 4 years. And we are just so lucky to have her here today. She's visited quite a few times, and I'm excited because she always is so lovely. And she also has something new that she's taken on. She is the new keeper of the flame for Unity worldwide. Isn't that amazing? And we get to listen to her talk today. So everybody, let's welcome Reverend Diane and give her some love.
Press and hold. Oh, I look for that green button. I just have to ask, are you Agape? Was that Michael, Reverend Michael Beckwith you were speaking? I can hear him in the way you language. It's beautiful. He was, I was out there visiting and went to his church when I had just gotten the job at Unity of Naples and was just going to move here from the Anna Maria area in Bradenton. And he was the first person to announce it to the world. So that was really cool. I love Michael. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. What a good decision to come and be here amongst friends, to be in a place that can see you, a place where people are willing to see the good in you and to know that you are becoming an even greater version of who you are while you wear this body. We know that our bodies are temporal. Thank God. Can I get a thank God on that? Thank God, yeah. And today we're speaking about the gift of a new journey. It's kind of an interesting concept, the idea of new journey, because do journeys ever end? Yeah, they don't really, right? They just lead into the next road or the next window you go through, the next door that opens before you. So one journey always leads into the next. And yet it can seem sometimes like there's an ending, or we want things to end. You said to me before service, when's this pandemic going to end, right? And I'm like, in the Bible it says, on this planet we have trials and tribulations. So daggum what? Because they give us so much energy, don't they? That resistance, that opportunity to say, I'm going to love anyway. I'm going to live anyway. I'm an eternal being, and this is not going to stop me from living in God's grace. And so we carry that forward. We're on the fourth Sunday of the Advent season. So that comes from, it's the same root word as adventure, right? Advent. So we're on this adventure of this journey with God. And this time of year, we're looking at how we rebirth. Will we rebirth the Christ consciousness of us in a new way? That's the question today. Or do you want to just do it same old, same old? All those who want the same old, raise your hand. That being the case, there was nobody who raised their hand. So we're on a new journey, a new aspect of living in the Christ presence. And so how cool is it that we have had our last full moon, right? Did you see it? Yesterday is the last full moon of this year. Bam. And now we're moving toward the solstice. The solstice gives us a moment to pause. A moment on our journey to be still and to know that there is more light that's being given us. That our days will elongate, It's like stretching the cords of our tent so that we'll expand our hearts and live in even more integrity as we go forward. To be right where we are, to love ourselves right there, and listen to the still, small voice. That's what solstice celebrates in our lives. And so I see you going into the 21st or the 23rd with that expectancy that God is expanding you as you follow the inner light. The Star of Bethlehem was in the east. And so when we look up east in the Revealing Word, or we look at the metaphysics of east, that's an opportunity for you and for me to look within, to the light within us that is the easternmost part of us. And from that inner light, to go toward that Star of Bethlehem. Do you guys know what Bethlehem means metaphysically? Just shout it out. Bethlehem means house of bread, or the house of sustenance. Yeah. It is that inward place where you and I receive the truth and we are set free, where there's always enough to nourish us. There is always God's presence that is nourishing us and nurturing us along the way. And there were 3 wise men who followed the star, right? And so for me, that means spirit, mind, and body. Every aspect of you, every aspect of me is being called to be reborn according to what we think is taking place. So Alan Cohen tells this story. It's a true story. He took a group to Egypt, and there's a woman named Gloria. I love that she was named Gloria. And she found the coolest rock at the base of one of the pyramids. It was pink and translucent, hard. And she could, as she held it in her hand, she just started to think, oh my gosh, this is why I came to Egypt. I wasn't sure why I came, but this is it. My purpose, my meaning is in this rock. It's going to take me. So she went off by herself into meditation and held this rock in her hands. And as she held the rock, it got warmer and warmer. And she had visions of past lives, of pharaohs, of ceremony. All kinds of things started to fall into place in her journey. And she was feeling this healing taking place in her. And at the same time, the healing was taking place. And it was absolutely unforgettable for her. She learned so many things about herself and her own unfolding. As she held this rock, the most amazing thing happened. It got softer. It got softer as she felt her heart and her mind soften toward herself and toward others that she'd held hard things against. It just kept getting softer and softer and softer. Until finally, at the end of the meditation, when she pulled her hands apart, it was like strands of the rock came away, and she looked down, opened her eyes, and realized it was bubble gum that someone had dropped at the base of the pyramids years ago. And does it matter if it's bubble gum that gives us that insight, or if it was actually some kind of ornate stone or rock? A gem of some kind? No. Because the teaching that she received stayed with her all the time. And that's how it is on our journey. God is always giving us just what we need to learn to stand right at the edge of the light that we perceive. Ernest Holmes says, our past is not bound by precedent. We have the power within us to change our thinking and our viewpoint about any situation. You believe that? I can change my viewpoint about any situation. Repeat after me. I can change my viewpoint about any situation. Yes. It is through our active practice of affirmative prayer. And that is knowing the truth in the presence of whatever the temporary condition is. It is through our active practice of affirmative prayer that we can move our consciousness to accept that which is a new perspective, clarity, harmony, demonstrating whatever we seek to experience and see in form. There's a Zen master, Seung San, who talks about don't know mind. Don't know mind. We call it beginner's mind, don't we? Do you all know what beginner's mind is? Everybody know what beginner's mind is? I want you to just take on whatever posture for you is your way of meditating and saying a mantra, and I want you to repeat after me. Da, da. Beginner's mind, a place where new thoughts can come. Beginner's mind, a place where bubblegum transforms into visions, a place where we don't need anything outside ourselves to remind us of who we are. Duh. It's to hold that space. Beginner's mind, to not make anything up. There's a teaching that we are meaning-making machines. I think that's the Course, isn't it? Course in Miracles. And isn't that the truth, right? We're on the precipice. We're right in the edge of a whole new year. 2002 is just around the daggum corner. How will you and I engage it? How will we engage the principles in our lives? Will we apply them, or will we ignore them? Will we go on having our prejudices and our opinions and our fears, or will we just go, duh? It doesn't mean that you're ridiculous or that you don't know. It just means there's something in you, which is also in each and every one of us, that is the knowing. The global theme here is timeless wisdom, evolutionary vision. Have you guys ever heard of Reverend Jack Boland? Yes, a unity minister. He started the Church of Today, which was a huge ministry when he started it up in Michigan. Thousands of people came. They had several services. And Jack Boland used to live in the place where I had my first church, Roanoke, Virginia. I was there for 13 years as a senior minister. Jack Boland preceded me there in that place, and I heard all kinds of stories about how Jack Boland would be in the streets of Roanoke just trying to get from point A to point B. It was an absolute lush. And it was through his drunkenness, his falling down, and his not knowing and finally surrendering to that Jack realized there was a God in his life. Not something outside himself, but this presence and power within him. And he turned to unity and studied and became this amazing minister. And Jack had this affirmation. He would say this: enjoy the experience. Just enjoy the experience. Oh, COVID's still here. Enjoy the experience. Is there something else we're being shown through this? Of course. Have you learned things that you would not have learned any other way? You betcha. Have you had trials and tribs through it? Yeah, okay, so what? You know, Jesus said to the disciples, and they'd say, you know what? We went to that town that you told us to go to, and we were preaching the gospel, and we're trying to help them, like we're trying to help them heal and be better, and nobody, not one of them, listened to us. That is not an exact quote from the Bible, by the way, the disciples. And Jesus basically said to them, keep walking. Just keep walking to the edge of that town. When you get to the edge of that town, wipe your feet. Let go what you've held about them not listening to you or not getting it or dissing you along the way. Just wipe your feet and keep walking. He said this: what is that to thee? Follow thou me. Follow the teachings, follow the truth, apply the principles. Are you willing to do that this year? In greater ways than you ever have before. This is where the audience replies. It's an interactive moment with the minister. She asks a question and they all go, yeah, yeah. Enjoy the experience, for God's sake. Are you going to move through it? Yeah. Just wipe your feet when you get to the backside of it and keep walking. Apply the principles. Really, literally, that is the cutting edge. Because if you find yourself or you hear other people who are truth seekers, not finding the truth, saying, oh, no, I already tried that. I've already done that. I already tried that. It didn't work. I didn't try that. That's why they're called principles. That's why they're foundational understandings, because we can apply them to anything and anyone and walk through it. What happens is our behavior changes. That's how we know if we're applying the principles. Not she needs to change, although sometimes I think she should. Or that he needs to change. God knows he should. But I've changed in my perception, right? I don't know about you, but since the pandemic began, I've noticed that I am kind of nonplussed about things. Have you noticed that about yourself? It's kind of like all the buttons that we had exposed, you know, I had snaps put in instead of buttons. And I notice it in ways, especially when something breaks. So I had this experience. I had this statue of a black Madonna and child for years and years. Beautiful. I don't know what it was, some kind of Oh, actually, I think some kind of a porcelain, maybe. Let's see if it's, with terracotta center, which I didn't know that she had a terracotta center, but I was doing something on my dresser where I kept the Black Madonna, and she just fell to the floor and smashed. And it was fascinating to hear myself, feel myself respond to it. I felt nothing, no thing, no, oh no, or oh, or oh, nothing like that. I just was like, oh. So I just cleaned her up, and I got everything. I thought I got everything. And that night when I was going to bed, I saw something sticking out from under my side of the bed. It was the opposite side of the room, and it's a fairly large room. See, underneath my bed, there was something that I saw, and it was the edge, one of the edges of the Black Madonna. Can you see this? Terracotta inside, Black Madonna outside, in the shape of a heart. This is what the universe will do for us and does for us. When you and I respond by simply being with whatever happens, respond in either complete beginner's mind and, oh, I wonder what's going to happen next. What's God got up God's sleeve? Or when we respond with, Jiminy Christmas, this is amazing. What is being reborn in me through this moment? You will find evidence, and it's not always going to look like this, but you will find evidence that you, beloved, you have been changed at depth. And then we know that that is the gift of a new journey. The gift is not doing it the same. The gift is applying the principles. The gift is knowing there is one God, that the divine is within you always, and that your thoughts are coloring your world, and through prayer and meditation, you can center and focus and be one with that truth. And then to take it out and work it in our world is to integrate it. Integrate it. Use the integrity within you, in your spirit, in your mind, in your body. So today's a day where we're going to just let it glow. This last Sunday before Christmas. Let it glow, let it glow, let it glow. Right? Just let it out. If you're wondering, how should I respond to this? Let God respond for you. Let that good within you respond for you. Be with that. And so you might want to just take inventory. If there's some place or somebody who's really still pushing your buttons, that's the place to love. That's the place to feel peace. That's the place to be in beginner's mind and allow new ideas to come in. Because the opposite of beginner's mind is expert's mind. And with an expert mind, there are very few choices, right? An expert's mind says, this is the way, this is right, and everything else is wrong. Beginner's mind says, oh, wait, this has got to be an entrance, the way that bring me into something else, because God is bringing me through this. Apply your fresh perspectives. People will see it. People will love you for it. Ernest Holmes said, nature will not let us stay in any one place for too long. She will let us stay just long enough to gather the experience necessary to the unfolding and advancement of our soul. So this is your journey to Bethlehem. This is your journey. This is not an old story about Mary and Joseph and Jesus' birth, so much as it is a story about you and your family and your companions and your extended family that are gathering together around you, the universe that is supporting you to rebirth the Christ. Find the manger. Go to that place this week and allow the Christ child to be born in you anew. And may you enjoy the experience. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Reverend Diane, for that inspiring message. I just love having you here. Every time you're here, I leave so uplifted and up-leveled. And so, can we get another round of applause for Reverend Diane, please? Thank you. So once again, I am Melissa Tuff, and I am a practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living, and it is my great honor to invite you into our conscious giving portion of our ceremony. I am so very grateful for the Center for Spiritual Living Cape Coral, where I have the opportunity to learn, teach, and grow the science of mind philosophy within myself and nurture it in others. And so, speaking on behalf of our Leadership Council and our Practitioner Corps, I just want to thank each and every one of you for your generous gifts. Without the gifts of your time, talents, and treasures, our doors wouldn't be able to stay open, our lights wouldn't be on, and we wouldn't be getting stuff done around here. So, thank you all very much for that. Our spiritual home does operate solely on the gifts and donations of the wonderful folks like you. And so, I would just like to invite you into our many ways of giving. You can text your tithe to 239-320-3820. You can send your contribution through PayPal at paypal@cslcapecoral.org. You can go to our website and just click the little donate button. And when you do so, you can also set up weekly, monthly, or bi-weekly withdrawals if you don't want to have to do that every week. You can also do it the old-fashioned way and mail us a check at Center for Spiritual Living Cape Coral, 406 Southeast 24th Avenue, Cape Coral, Florida, 33990. And with everybody shopping with the holidays and everything, you can visit smile.amazon.com and select Center for Spiritual Living Cape Coral as your charity of choice. And it does all add up. I think we got like $87 this quarter from Amazon, so you know. And for those of you who are joining us in person, we do have the blue branded vessels near the exit, and you can also deposit your gift there. And so if you have your gift with you, I invite you to hold it in your hands, and if you don't, then just place your hands over your heart and join me in speaking our tithing affirmation. Today, I know the activity of divine abundance is at work in my life and the life of this center. I give and receive generously as I live in the flow of bountiful good. And now I speak a word of blessing over these tithes and gifts. With appreciation and love, I accept these offerings and gifts. Divine love through me blesses each gift and each giver. I know that each gift is pressed down, multiplied, and overflowing and returns back to the giver. It circulates to do great works both within this spiritual community and the world at large. So standing in gratitude, I release these words, and so please join me in saying, and so it is. You guys are seeing a lot of me today, so I am also going to be your human invitation for all of our upcoming events. Please check your email or visit our website at cslcapecoral.org to view and register for any of the upcoming events and classes. So the first thing is we invite you to join us on Friday evening, the 24th. The practitioners and the Big Love Band will be here honoring all religions during our Christmas Eve candlelight service from 4 to 6 p.m. We'll have light refreshments. We'll have some songs from the Big Love Band. It's going to be a great time, and we invite you all to join us. And we have Divine Alignment, the practical application of spiritual teachings, and this is going to be facilitated by Melissa Arterberry. And it is a $180 investment, and we did change the registration on this. You're actually going to go to our website now and register, or you can check your email for the link. And this is going to be offered via Zoom on Mondays from 6:30 to 8 p.m. beginning January 10th and running through April 4th. And then we also have a certificated class from Reverend Gregory. This is Revealing Wholeness with Reverend Gregory Toole, and this is going to meet on Wednesdays on Zoom from 6 to 8 p.m. beginning January 12th. And your $225 investment includes your workbook, a certificate from CSL Home Office, and it will count towards your practitioner training prerequisites, or if you're already a practitioner, this is a good CEU class. You can register on our website at cslcapecoral.org, and do not let the cost prohibit you from taking this class. If you need some assistance or you want to work out some payment arrangements, speak with me and we'll get you all registered. There's also flyers in the lobby if you'd like more information on what this class entails. And we have a new book in the Prosperity Consciousness book study. Malika Davey and Linda Lloyd, both practitioners here at the center, meet on Tuesdays from 3:30 to 5 p.m. Excuse me. And they will be reading and discussing the wonderful book, The Field by Lynn McTaggart. And this is a $30 per month suggested love donation, and you can also register for this via the link in your email or on our website. And our food drive is continuing. You can drop off your non-perishable donations on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to 2 when I'm in the office, on Wednesdays during midweek tune-up, or bring them in on Sunday mornings. And we appreciate your continued support during the holidays. This is often a time where people find themselves in need, and they are very, very thankful for all of the gifts that you guys are bringing to them. So thank you. And don't leave today without your 1-minute miracle. Practitioners will be available up front in front of the stage immediately following service, and we love to pray. So if you have something heavy on your heart, goodness, if you have something heavy on your heart, or if there's something you just want to see more of in your life, come and join us and let us pray with and for you and hold that for you. And now it is time for Standing in the Light. So I invite you all to stand. So when we stand in the light, we stand knowing the truth of a situation. We know what is happening and what is unfolding, and we do not focus on the problem. And so for me, I am standing in the light for the Center for Spiritual Living Cape Coral, just knowing that we are growing, changing, and transforming in wonderful and magnificent ways. And I am just so very grateful for all of that transformation, all of that energy that is just rippling out into the world. And I invite you all to speak your words into this space. Standing in the light for Ben. Standing in the light for Connor Bow. Standing in the light for Kim. Standing in the light for Erica. Standing in light for this community. Standing in the light for Rich. And I'm standing in the light for all of the unspoken prayers. And if you're joining us virtually, I invite you to write what you're standing in the light for in the comment section. And so, including all of these unspoken prayers, I invite you all to speak your name into this sacred space. Melissa. And so I just know that each and every one of us is that unique, divine, individualized expression of God. And I truly know that each and every one of us is on a unique, magnificent journey, and that it is ever evolving, and we have the power and the integrity to create it. I know that the highest and best is truly always at hand because the universe has got our back. And so I am just so very grateful for this knowledge, for this truth, and it is in that attitude of gratitude that I release my word to the law, knowing that it is done. My words do not return to me void. And invite you all to join me in anchoring this by saying, and so it is.
Wash over We let peace, we let, oh,
The peace
watch over,
wash over
us, yeah.
We let,
Oh, we let it be. We let joy, let it fill your heart, let it fill your soul, watch over and over you. Oh, we let it be.